Many a time people who are studying in standard 10 they face problem in doing this Mendel's dihybrid cross. Now how can we take what is the meaning of dihybrid cross? Dihybrid cross means when we choose two characters in an organism and how these two characters they are depicted in the offspring, then it is known as dihybrid cross. Now Mendel's, as you all know, in the monohybrid cross also I have said that Mendel always selected two organisms in which all the characters were homozygous, means similar. If one is dominant, then another one is recessive. Now let us take an example to describe this. Let me take two plants in which one of them is having round and green seeds. Another one which is having wrinkled and yellow seeds. Now, if I consider round and green to be dominant, then as I represent round by capital R, I will represent wrinkled by small r, smaller. If I represent green with capital G, I will represent yellow with small g, small g. Now, what will be how will the crossing be done? Now, what you have to do, you have to take two characters, that is one R and one G. And then over here also, because you have to take the opposite one, let us take a pair of it. Now we will do the crossing. Now let's see how the crossing is done. Capital R, capital G, small r, small g. This is done. Now another one will be there, that is capital R, capital G, small r, small g. The similar way crossing will be there. Everywhere you can find that there is the same type of characters, each having one capital R, one capital G, one small r, one small g. Now, as I have taken round and green, wrinkled and yellow, I have taken round and green as dominant. Now, it can be round and yellow can be dominant also. Wrinkled and green can be recessive. Whatever is given as dominant, you will take it as dominant. Whatever is given as recessive, you will take it as recessive. Okay, now see, everywhere there is a capital R, capital G, capital R, capital G. That means all of them are round and green. This is considered to be F1 generation. But in F2 generation, as Mendel has said that we have to take two of them, two from the F1 generation. But over here, what will be the characteristic? How are we going to represent them? So what we do, we make a square. Through this square, we can represent the characters very nicely. Now, how will you choose the characters? See, you have to take one character from here and another character, the opposite one. First, let us take both the dominant one, that is capital R and capital G. Then it will come as capital R, capital G. Now another one, it will come as capital R and small g. Now we are going to take another opposite character, capital G, small r, and at the end we will have both the recessive character, that is small r, small g. Now let us start doing the crossing. Now how the crossing will be done? We are going to write this. Over here, this into this means capital R, capital G, capital G. This into this, that is capital R, capital G, small g. This into this, capital R, small r, capital G, capital G. This into this, So you can write it by yourself. See, it is very easy. You just have to cross it. Nothing else. Just go on crossing. It's very easy. See, I'm just crossing. This is capital R. Then both the G, small r. Over here, R, G, G, R. R, G, G, R. G, G, R, R. G, R, R, G. Similar way, R, G, G, R. R, R, G, G. G, R, R, G, 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 R, R. Very good. Now we have to find out that wherever you are having the capital R and one capital G, that one capital R, one capital G means it will be round and green. Okay, let us see. Over here, capital R, capital G, cut it. Capital R, capital G, cut it. Capital R, capital G, let us cut it. Capital R, capital G, capital R, capital G, capital R. Over here, small g, we are not going to cut it. Capital R, capital G, capital R, capital G, capital R, capital G, capital R, capital G. Now let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So wherever you are having the round and green, it is 9. Now let us use another pen to see that we are having what character. Now let's see, there can be another type of combination in which there will be capital R but small g. So capital R for round and small g for yellow. Okay, so this also and this also. So what we are having? Round and yellow. How many are there? 3. Okay, now let us take another one where capital G and small r, this, and this. So we are having the wrinkled and green. How many? 3. And what is left now with us? The only one, which is the recessive one, that is yellow and wrinkled. So you can very well see that we have got the ratio 9:3:3:1. This ratio is phenotypic ratio, not genotypic ratio, as we have done it in the monohybrid cross. In the dihybrid cross, it is the phenotypic ratio. Genotypic ratio will be various types of genotypic ratio will be there, and they don't ask for it also. They ask in the exam, they ask for the phenotypic ratio only. Whenever it will be asked, you will take this. You can take more characters. You can take the characters which can be different. That means if the color of the hairs, if we take straight and black hair and curly and brown hair, 2 characters. Now we can take one more character. The person is tall and having the black eyes. The person is dwarf and having the brown eyes. So this type of 2 character contrasting characters you can take, and then you have to do the similar type of crossing. One thing you should always remember while doing the crossing, that the dominant one should always be represented by capital letter and the recessive one should be represented by the small letter but the similar one. Then in your crossing there will be no problem.